Hey, what's going on, guys? Daniel or Dex Game Folks are here with this .pf Season 6 B Division Week 1 match. You're taking on the Swinub Premium coached by Simpleton, and yeah, it's gonna be a good match, I hope. Now before we start the match, we're gonna have a team builder, which I will ask you if you want the team builder actually to be a separate video made or same video made, like in same with the week 1 match, not necessarily week 1 match, but with the week matches in the same video. So if you want, let me know that in the description down below. But for now we're gonna do it together, and also before we begin the team builder, I just want to apologize for uploading the week 1 match so late. Is as I said in draft analysis, which if you haven't seen yet, be sure to check the link in the description down below. But yeah, as I said in draft analysis, depending on my weak opponent's schedule, it could be early uploaded, or it could be like a really late upload, like today with Sunday, so a week later than the draft is uploaded. That's because of my weak opponent's schedules. Like they all have their own real life stuff going on. Just happens that this week he's been busy, so he has to go Sunday. So I do ask you to please respect that, and don't be mad at us or something. Like please just don't please just respect the fact that everyone here just has their own real life stuff. But yeah, other than that, I just let's go into team builder. So first off, he has some very scary mons, being Zygarde, and Melmetal, and Mega Heracross, and EVX Swallow for against my team. Now the reason for that is because my team, if you haven't seen my team already, just again link in the description for the draft analysis. My team is rain team, but very hype offensive. Like I have few defense mons which aren't really, in my opinion, aren't really called walls or do things like that. So yeah, so Zygarde, I don't really have the best switching. I do have Whimsicott, but again, it does get Slush Wave and stuff. And he also has a Melmetal and Rotom-Meat, so it's gonna be hard. But offensively, I do think we can beat this team, even though he has 2 water immunities. But you'll see how I'm gonna do it. He also has the Rotom-Meat, which is a little bit like a meh matchup, because half of the time it's good, but half the time it's not again, because rain team, you don't want to bring a fire type against a rain team. But then again, he's also electric type, which could be nice for in rain to against those water types. But then again, I do have a Mega Swampert, which probably walls where we meet, just because it does not have HP Press. The only thing that would be annoying if it's like Toxic or Pain or Will-O-Wisp. Vaporeon, a good water immunity mon. Wish Pass, Protect, can stall Marian turns, and water immunity itself, so I definitely think it's gonna come. Mesh Split is just more, in my opinion, it's just like all-rounder. It can do many things, so it may come depending on what set he brings. But if he thinks that other things like are better, which in my opinion there are, like I would probably bring like Zygarde, Credeli, Vaporeon, Melmetal, Heracross, Swallow, something like that. I don't know, but yeah. But next time we also he also has a Jolteon, so rocking that double evolution, which can also come in technically. It outspeeds my team entirely except for Barraskewda, which yeah, rain I'm not really bringing. But yeah, on that it can do a lot of things against my rain team, so that's something to keep in mind. And but good thing is it does not get HP Crash anymore, because Cottonmousse aren't things, so Mega Swampert is essentially a free switching. Although it does get Baton Pass, so it can pivot that way out. Credeli basically wall to almost every of my rain builds, in my opinion. Like it just walls those water types move and then just fire back those grass types, which is very annoying against my team. Although I do have a solution for this, so that's a good thing. Never mind, we have Melmetal. Now Melmetal is really scary because of that. As I said, my team is more hype offensive, so I don't really have many defenses or just Pokemons in general. Like if he puts a choice band on this and goes ham with that Iron Bash, nothing's living into it. Nothing. So that's also a problem. Then we have Togekiss, which again wish passer, which protects all my ranges maybe, and other than that, it's just like Paxes and stuff, and maybe just probably gonna be a Steve Walker if he brings removal. And they have then Mega across same situation with Mega, it just destroys the team. Uh, Swallow, now this is probably the most scariest offensive month in my opinion for against me. As you can see, I have no switch-ins to Specs Boomburst. Like my best, I only have one resist to this, and that is Scissor, which is more frail on Spedef side. So yeah, probably ain't taking two, and also gets Heat Wave, so that's also a problem. So I either expect Specs or Scarf. Scarf can outspeed my Smack Swampert in Rain and Beartic, and Specs actually just do damage, so that's also an option. And then there's Miracle, which could be annoying with sticky webs and stuff for my rain abusers. Like could probably run like sticky web, and then for my against my Maker Swampert and Beartic, and then just go for a Specs Boomburst, not speeding despite having double ring boosted. But yeah, regardless of all this threatening stuff, I do think I can still win, and I'm gonna pray that's gonna be the case. So my first mon is gonna be Thunderstyrian, the Genius with the Chillonberry, Nastblood, Weather Ball, Thunder, and Focus Blast. Now the other DLC League does get Weather Ball, so that's nice. And Nastblood is just for setup. It can actually win. It can most of the time win if depending on mons he brings and depending on what you call it, what sets he brings, because Weather Ball actually can potentially one shot Zygarde in rain if it's non-bulk defenseman, and it can definitely one shot Rotom in my if I think. And Thunder's just for nice to hit the most things like Vaporeon, Mega Aircross, like the Vaporeon dice, Mesprit. I actually don't know. I think it can live. Would do a lot of damage. Togekiss dies. Mega Aircross. It dies if it doesn't have HP investment. So same as Zygarde with whatever, but then have Thunder. Swallow dies. Miracle dies. So yeah. And then we have just Focus Blast for Metal and Great Chilon Berries for the Swallow as yes, I'm super effective. Normally you will want Swallow switch in on Thunderous, but here's the thing. Swallow 1. Naturally outspeeds me. 2. I believe a Specs Boomburst outspeed one-shots me, and it could probably also run Modest. So if he's going that, he can actually just one-shot my Thunderous, which is gonna be a problem. So so after Chillonberry, so for if he's gonna think, okay, Boomburst is one shot, and then he Boomburst. Chillonberry activate, and then I just fire off Thunder. And how do I get him? Also, how do I get him a Nasty Blood, you say? Now I'll probably just go in Vaporeon, expect to switch in or protect Nasty Blood, and then click Nasty Blood. If it gets protect, it's best case scenario, because I could potentially get 2 Nasty Bloods, so that's good. That would be nice if he does that, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. Next up, we have Polywod Orange Setter, Green Toad with Dambrock, Drizzle, Scald. Oh, with Dambrock, Drizzle, Scald, Ice Beam, Toxic, Protect. Protect is, and we have 252 HP, 160 death, and then 96 special attack with Modest actually. Now, the goal of this Politoad is hope, if as I said, Swallow just destroys my team. So there's a good possibility he may lead it. So what I'm gonna do is what I did is just invest my Polito just to have a good enough roll to one shot the Swallow. So I do a minimum on 95%. So it's a high unless I get a low roll. This I most of the time just kill Swallow. And even if I do get a low roll, there's always a 30% chance of burn. So Scout can just potentially one shot in rain. Ice Beam is there just for Zygarde. The burn is actually I just want to say the burn on Scout is also just nice for in general for like against the Mega Heracross or Melmetal or even the Zygarde. Toxic is just hit some things like get some toxic always nice, and then protect because I said I expect either boom burst, I mean specs or scarf swallow. So this allows me to scout out for if he's gonna lock into boom burst or U-turn if he does lead swallow. Now, my next one is the Chicago 14th Doctor, aka Bertic, with Life Orb, Swift Swim, Air Race, Ice Crush, Super Aqua Jet, Adamant, enough speed to outspeed Jolteon in rain. Air Race is there for the Mega Heracross. Ice Crush just one-shots most things like Psycho, Jolteon, Credali, Togekiss, Swellow, Smeargle, and then super power is there for Melmetal. Doesn't necessarily one shot, I think, but it does do a good chunk. So if I get the Melmetal low or something, I could just come in, bear take super power that. And then Aqua Jet is just mostly for priority if most for Psych God or then gets Dgens off that's low, or just for Swallow that gets out of hand because it's just a real big threat. And it can also actually potentially Oko Rotom in rain if he's not max defense, like only HP invested, then it can one shot in rain, so that's also a good thing. Then we have Whimsicott, the Cotton Candy with Eject Bot, the Prankster, U-turn, Stunspore, Hurricane, Defog. Now, we do have some speed for actually Heracross. This thing does outspeed Heracross, Jolly, and then the rest we just put in defense and HP. The goal is just to probably most of the time just Heracross or something, maybe even Vaporeon. Just switch into something, lift it, eject button out, get my Batic or Thunderstorm for setup position, and like that's basically what all the other monsters are for. Like U-turn, just pivot out, get good position for Thunderous or Beartic. And Stun Spore is there for Swallow if that gets out of hand. Like I'm really worried about Swallow. Hurricane just hit that 100%. Actually, probably Moonblast could be better, but like Hurricane. I don't know. Actually, yeah, Moonblast probably better, but I'm going with Hurricane because that, in my if I'm correct, that's actually one. Instead of them one shots the Mega Heracross, and then Defog to get those hats off from Smeagol. And then our fifth one is gonna be Gonjishia, this in race with Utility Umbrella, Libero, U-turn, Sock Punch, Fireball, High Jump Kick. It's adamant with enough speed to outspeed Zygarde, rest in HP. U-turn again, there for pivot to get into position for Beartic or either Thunderous. Sock Punch just have priority in general, it's just nice. Powerball, of course, for the Mega Heracross and what's it called? Mehmet only high jump kiss just hit something really hard. That's not that. What's it called? Resist my fireballs. And then last but not least, we have Death Flash, which Choice Bandit, U-turn, Bullet Punch knockoff, Dual Wing Beat, U-turn just nice there for pivot. It's probably most time just gonna switch into Mesprit and Credali, then U-turn off and then get momentum. Bullet Punch is there for priority again. To be nice. Knock off, knock sides is always a nice thing. And then just doing Wing Beat, which is there for Mega Heracross, which I might change to Superpower because most time if Heracross comes in, it's gonna be just after I kill something to revenge kill it. And this thing Heracross actually just actually outspeeds me, so even though I have to do a wing beat, I'm not gonna outspeed and put that hit off, and he's gonna one shot me back. So I actually probably gonna change that to power, but yeah, choice band, yeah, can do a lot of damage. But yeah, that's it for the team builder, and we're gonna get connected to Mr. Simpleton and his Swinub premiums. Okay, guys, we are connected here, or should I say, we were connected because this is a post commentary. It was supposed to be live, but after the live recording, it just kinda listening to the audio, it was really bad. So yeah, I decided to re-record video, but of course the battle already happened, so I had to do post commentary, which is still okay, which is still okay in my opinion. But of course, live is more hype and stuff, just more exciting. So I will promise you next week we're gonna do a bit live again, just bad for this week only on uh, the post commentary. I don't know what happened to the audio. It just after I recorded, I was just listening. It was so bad. Like my ears were just hurting from hearing how bad the audio for whatever reason was. But yeah, looking at his team, you can see which six he's brought, and he brought Mega Heracross, Zygarde, Melmetal, Togekiss, Vaporeon, and Mesprit. What he didn't bring was Rotom Heat, Jolteon, uh, Swellow, Smeargle, and Quideli. So seeing no Swellow was really nice because I said that thing actually destroys my team. And no Mesprit, no, not Mesprit, no Rotom Heat was kind of bonus because it would be like one of the perfect set of fodder for Thundersterium, being the fact like it can't really touch me, no electric moves, and if I can take a Rotom Heat fairly well in rain. No Smeargle was also kind of nice because I didn't really have to deal with sticky webs, which is kind of problematic for my team, to be honest, if you look at it. No Jolteon, so that means also nothing to outspeed Thunderous, which was very nice. And then, what was the last one again? No Credali, which is also kind of bombers because Scissors really literally if we switch in, it does get pivot stuff, and I can just go for U-turn afterwards, so that's also nice. But yeah, going to this battle, I was thinking about my lead, and as I planned beforehand, I just led with Politoed, and I still lead it off with Mesprit, right? So out of the option here, I could have either gone for a Toxic or just Hard Switch and Scissor. Now, I was debating on going Scissor because of the fact he could U-turn out on me and then get momentum on me, which I didn't really like. But so I decided to just go for Toxic, expecting the U-turn. So when I Toxic, I saw that he outspeed me. So I was like kind of confused, like why did this thing outspeed me? I see that slow or something. And then I see Trick Room and was like, that's a really nice bring. Yeah, so that's understandable considering it's I guess my rain team. So yeah, that's a really good bring on his part. And yeah, I just decided to protect, start the Trick Room turn as he just goes for Stealth Rocks. Probably it could probably live one. Then afterwards, I just go for a Scald. The particular switch out, but it stays in, which is fine. Which he actually goes for U-turn, and then goes Mega Cross. So I see Mega evolves. I just go for Protect here. I was actually debating on either switch out in Whimsicott or protecting. But tech is just nice to start trick room turns, but like if he may have gotten sub up, at least actually afterwards he let me know didn't have sub. But if he had sub and I protected and he predicted that, then he would just got a free sub up, which is very terrifying. But in the end he just goes for ability and I just switch out in the Whimsicott card, right? I can take any hit from this thing, which he just bullet seats me. I lift the hit, of course. He does get a crit, which doesn't really matter. But I do lift the hit, and then I get my Egypt back out, and then I go to Cinderace. Now here's the thing that's gonna happen. I was like, I was just thinking, should I go for Powerball or U-turn? In the end, I just like go for Powerball because I couldn't risk the fact that he may stay in, and if I U-turn out, something on my team's die. I couldn't risk that, so I decided to go for Powerball. So there was also a chance that he didn't switch out because of the fact he might not know I have utility umbrella. So he would think he would live one lane, which he doesn't because of utility umbrella. I calc this, Powerball kills. But then for the unfortunate thing, I missed the Powerball. Like, don't really matter much because at the end of the match he did say he was calcing without utility umbrella, so he would have thought like that it would have killed. So yeah, if I did land the Powerball, this Mega Heracross would have been there to be so in such a good position because anything he switches to doesn't outspeed me. So I would, if this dies and then something comes in, I could just shoot it out, get momentum and stuff. Like he do so many things. Like he couldn't go Melmetal, Togekiss ain't the best play. Zygarde, I just have a Whimsicott right there, which could be problematic for this. So yeah, and then Mesprit I could just kill with U-turn. Like I was in such a good position, but of course then I would have been in such a good position. But of course I missed the Powerball. That's the unfortunate part. As he just rock blasts me and I die, which is just sad. And I decided to go into Beartic because I have airways and stuff, but like yeah, the individual comes he goes in for Vaporeon. It's like that's to be expected. And we choose leftovers, and then I just go into Whimsicott, sack this thing off. As he goes for a Skull, and in range that's a lot actually. I decided to just go for a U-turn, or no, I defogged. I defogged, and then here's where I just U-turn out into, I believe, this Politoed here to get my rain back up, and then actually he U-turns out himself, which is really nice because I would have rather had him to U-turn out than go for a Trick Room, which would have been troublesome to deal with Trick Room once. And then it goes Togekiss. I just decided to sack off my sack my cotton candy off. So now here's the one misplay that I just realized after match. I should have stun sport instead of going for attack because he actually refused to be scarfed, which if I stun sport this, then Thunderous could probably just sweep the game. But I just go for the attack and let this thing go down. As I go into Thunderous right now to take the switch out and go for Nasty Plot. Now I just go for the Weather Ball and that did 88 like I said. This thing did have some bulk investment, so it didn't really kill, but that still did a lot of damage. And then just goes for 1,000 arrow, which doesn't kill either. I get smacked down, and he's just leftovers. I just go for another well and kill this thing. And then in comes Tokius. But now you would think, yes, go for Thunder, which I did. But like I was 99% sure that this thing was scarfed because he brought this thing immediately in. Like after Psycho died, he just clicked the Tokius button immediately. Like, so I was 99% of the time sure he was scarfed, but because of the Cinderous play miss, that was still getting to me. I don't know what I was thinking. I just decided to stay in because that team just killed either way. But I don't know for what reason. I decided to just stay in. I guess I was just expecting him to overtake me for going to Sizzle, which was a free switching. But yeah, I was just being dumb. I just let my win con die. I mean, technically, it's a small possibility I could still win with Sizzle and Bertic, but a lot of things have to happen. Like it was that wasn't working out for me. But I do go into Beartic. I just go to Foporium, of course. I just dropped Ice School Crash. And Rain Ants. And I just go into Polygon, get my rain back up. I see Hubel's here to get rid of the toxic on Mesprit. I toxic this thing out again. He gets Wish up. I think I go hard Scissor. Yep, I go hard Scissor. He gets his heal bar out again, and he gets his Wish. And I decided to go knockoff, get rid of his leftovers. He just goes for Scald. No burn, which is kind of nice. And then I just go back into Politoed. He wishes up again. And he goes into Mesprit. So, yeah. And I missed my Toxics. But it didn't really matter. And then I go Scissor. He did not Trick Room. Actually, no, he did Trick Room. I just go for a U-turn out. Go into Politoed. Sack the thing off, really. And as he goes into Mega Heracross, right? I just click protect. As he bullet seats me, I go into scissors, sack that thing off as he actually misses pin missile. And then I go hardball to sack that thing off to get my rain back up. And yeah, and then here's where I gone Beartic. So I clicked air race on this thing to predict because it was Fate was his range. But in comes Mesprit to sack it off and then just lives, which is kind of bad. Waste my rain turn. But I goes again and that thing dies. This goes Melmetal right now and I go for superpower, which does almost half but doesn't do nearly enough. As it armors me and then goes for a body no, actually superpower first. And then he goes for a body press, I believe, yep. And then there really isn't many things I could do. I just go scissors, superpower bandit. That's not gonna do enough, and that is game. So we do, and uh, so yeah, there was some unfortunate hacks like the Cinderace miss, which you can't really blame the opponent. It's just how the game works. But then afterwards, how it played out with Madonna stuff, that's just my fault for having the Cinderace play still getting to me. Like I should have just switch out in Scizor and bam. Yeah, I could have got momentum and stuff. Definitely. Oh, Barry. But I definitely still could have won if I did preserve my Thunderous, in my opinion. So that's just a play on my part, and yeah, I can, I just, yeah, could have still won a game. Uh, just gave up my win con on winning the game that I could have still won. But yeah, that's just how the game works, and that's just how I am. I was a little salty about it, but what can I say? I'm a competitive player. I love to win. But yeah, we do take a tough loss this week, and we hope to bounce back next week. If you like this video, be sure to leave a like down below, subscribe if you're new, leave comment in the comment section down below what you think. And not what you think, what think actually you do, actually what you think about team builder, if you think you should be separate or together in a video. And yeah, that's it for this week, and I'll see you next week. Goodbye.